Beats Planet.
Listen, man, let me just tell y'all something real fast, dog. Don't be going all on the Cowboys YouTube and social media pages trying to figure out who the hell we drafting. They dropping all this for hype. They just want to make y'all excited. They not gonna show their hand. They not gonna reveal to y'all who they drafting. Don't be flooding me and Footz the King inbox talking about, yo, Voch, you heard they talking to a corner that can play inside and out? Which corner is that? That's all of them. They just trying to hype you up. Relax, okay? But we here to help, though. I ain't just talking crazy to you. We here to help. Voch Lombardi's here. Footz the King is here. What's happening, my guy? Mm-hmm. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go ahead and get into this, man. Footz is doing some work over on his channel as well, and of course, I'm obliged to help out. Y'all ask us about mock drafts all the time, man. So of course, we're gonna get together and give y'all a couple of these goofy little 7-round mock drafts. You know what I mean? Just to kind of get the vibes, to kind of give y'all an idea of what could and could not happen. And me and Footz gonna kind of work together and try not to fuss and disagree about this thing. All right? So let's see. Y'all can see on my screen, Footz, you can see the mock draft screen on yours as well. All right then. All right then. All right, let's get into it. Derek Brown went number 3. Damn, they go to realistic. They go to realism. Damn. We're going to try to make this cowboy realistic. Pardon me. We're going to make this as cowboy realistic as possible. Yeah. So we got offensive linemen off the board. The top defenders are off the board. CeeDee Lamb is gone, so I'm heartbroken. Tampa Bay is liable to do something goofy, okay? Javon Kinlaw just went off the board right before we was able to get to him. So all that is real life. It could happen. Prepare yourself. So, right. So let's get into my... Oh, snap. Did I go backwards on accident? Damn, y'all, I went backwards on accident. Up. I guess that's the universe saying that we need CeeDee Lamb in 17. I apologize, y'all. Damn. That's that damn shortcut when you put 3 fingers on the sensor pad to go back. My fault, y'all. My fault, y'all. We're going to run this back. Hopefully, we don't get Derek Brown at number 3. Footz, in real life, though, I think a lot of goofy stuff is going to happen. I do think 4 quarterbacks going top whatever, 16. I do think the offensive... Yeah. 4 quarterbacks and 3 tackles. That's all you got, 3 tackles? Yeah. Yeah. Sure. We need as many guys that we not gonna draft to fly off the board ahead of us. That's really what we need. All right, brother Footz, we starting over. Here we go. Realistic. Let's get it. You sound good on my end, brother Footz. I can. Well, that's turned up. Let me turn this up a little bit. Can y'all hear that? Chat box, tell me, is that better for brother Footz there? Let's see. It's going kind of slow. Get to my pick, man. What are we doing? Anyway, that'll kind of give us time to talk about it. All right, cool. So let me know if y'all can hear Footz. Voch Footz is low. Y'all can't hear Footz. Y'all can't hear Footz. We should be able to hear Footz. Footz. Check. Hold on. Let me get it together. Actually, let me go to OBS because that's probably what's going on with the OBS. Nah, that's turned up. Mic check, Footz. Because I can hear you. I can hear you fantastic on mine. So I don't. That is interesting. It ain't going on. So let's it can't so let me unplug this and plug it back up. Y'all don't go nowhere now. Hold on. We're gonna plug that right back up and we're gonna see if that works. Y'all don't leave. If y'all leave, I'm gonna be upset. Check. All right, Footz, say something for me. Footz. Damn, that Footz can't hear me. Hold on. What a mess. Let's see. Footz.
Let me see this. Let me do this, Voch. Let me do this.
Oh, you should. Let me see. Say again.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Okay, go again.
Can you hear me now?
You should be good right there. You should be good. Whatever you did,
I should be clean. That sounds way better. Good.
Okay, look.
Good. All right, here we
go. Look, turn you down a little bit though, because now you're loud in my ears. Turn you down a little bit. You should be good.
Is that better, Voch?
You good? Check.
Yeah.
All right, we straight. Hey, we good. That probably happened because we trying to do a lot of stuff at the same time. You know what I mean? But we're gonna get it done for y'all. Now let's reset. Boom. Okay, now we went to go get this second draft that looks a little better than the first one. Joe Chase, Jeff Isaiah Sher, offensive lineman Tua, Derek Brown's at 7, which looks a little better to me. Caleb Von Chase on early top 10, which could happen. CeeDee Lamb still at 13, makes my ass itch, whatever. So now we're here. Dallas at 17. We don't have Kinlaw on the board. We don't have CeeDee Lamb on the board. Justin Herbert didn't get picked for some reason, but let's have a discussion, Brother Footz. What you want to do? You can see the picks on my screen?
I can see the picks on your screen.
Okay. What are we looking at? Like, and chat box, y'all can, of course, give y'all input, but at the end of the day, me and Footz are Jerry and Steven, so we're going to make the last pick, but you can feel free to give y'all, thoughts and opinions. Footz, I know your guy is Grand Delpit. He's sitting right there looking at you. I also want to give you the idea of Christian Fulton sitting there at cornerback. He's sitting right there. We ain't looking at, running backs or nothing like that. We got linebackers here. We got Queen Anne Murray sitting there. What you thinking about, Footz?
So realistically, and this is a very realistic look. The word on the street is that teams just aren't in love with Grant Delpit, and we want to give these fans a realistic look in what we may think may happen.
Sure.
I'm going to go out the window, though. Okay? You love CeeDee Lamb.
Yes.
How much do you love Justin Jefferson?
Justin Jefferson is my number 2. He's my number 2 receiver.
Voch.
Yeah.
You've watched Justin Jefferson film. I think you did a film session on him.
Not yet. I haven't.
Not yet. Okay.
Right.
Cool. That's perfectly fine.
Sure.
Voch. What does Justin Jefferson do for you at 17?
So the reason I was in the receiver, I was in the market for a receiver at 17. The reason I was heavy on CeeDee Lamb is I don't want to go away from somebody that's in that first tier of guys just to go for a need. You see what I mean? Now Justin Jefferson, I don't think he's in that first tier of guys. I think he's right in that fantastic medium. You know what I'm saying? Like he's my second receiver. Sure. I think that's a really good receiver in the league. I don't think that's special. Ruggs is really fast, but I don't think that's special. I think CeeDee Lamb is special, right? So now that we can't get CeeDee Lamb, we got a bunch of other people that's in similar categories. You see what I mean? Justin Jefferson as a receiver, he's in a similar category as a Gladney and Fulton would be at cornerback for me. You see what I mean?
So for me, I think, I'll be honest, I think where you have him slotted is perfect just because of, I think that him playing in that LSU system and how they used him inside Voch makes a lot of sense for what Dallas would do for him.
So
what Dallas would do with him.
Let me give you
in the league.
Let me give you 2 retorts here, Footz.
Let's go.
I know we're seeing these Grant Delpit reports or whatever saying that people are low on Grant Delpit. I think that's just hearsay, man. I think that's hearsay.
You did that draft BS?
Because at the end of the day, Grant Delpit is like my 11th player on my big board. You know what I mean?
Grant Delpit is my one. He's my safety one, and that hasn't changed.
He's my safety one. And if you get Grant Delpit and play him properly, you don't lose out here. Also, another one of my guys that's kind of high on my list, AJ Epinesa. He weighed down here on this list, but I don't trust these people like that. I trust what I trust what I look at. I trust my eyes. You know what I mean? AJ Epinesa should be in this conversation as well.
You know what's gonna happen with AJ Epinesa? He's gonna fall to the Patriots and be a great player.
Oh, he's gonna be fantastic, man. He's gonna be fantastic.
Yeah, because he can set the edge. He can play the run, and so many people want guys that can scream off the edge,
Sure.
but you do need defensive ends that actually play the run.
Yeah.
And that's what AJ Epinesa, he's going to make a living for what, 10, 12 years in the league being able to do that. That being said, Voch, let's jump off the window. Let's jump out the window. Okay. Let's draft Justin Jefferson right now.
Okay.
Let's not think about it.
Okay, cool.
Let's draft Justin Jefferson because I think he can do so many things for you in the slot. I think he's good after the catch. I think he's a smart, gritty player. I don't think he's a Jamar Chase type, but I think he can play on the outside. I think he can play on the inside. And I just think now what you said all offseason, Voch, makes so much sense.
Sure.
Can you hear me, Voch?
Yeah. Go ahead. You good.
It makes so much sense that let's just continue to make this offense outstanding.
Sure.
Don't got to worry about getting a tight end to come in and help. Let's make this offense outstanding. I do think that you can get similar value. So I'm going to answer a Dre the Great question. You can't get similar value in a Van Jefferson, who I love. I just did film on him, and I did a comparison between him and Ayuk. But I do think that Justin Jefferson is a better player than Van Jefferson just because of the speed and the quickness.
I think Justin Jefferson is closer to Jerry Jeudy than he is Van Jefferson. And here's my logic. And here's why I think he's one slot over.
Not off.
This is why he's one slot over Jerry Jeudy, right? And it's not like by this huge margin, right? But if you look at him, right, he got the size, length, pedigree, production, route running. He reads leverages and coverages well. Smart football player. He got the speed. You saw the combine numbers. I think he was faster than Jeudy in the combine or whatever. He's not. His
combine is why I'm drafting him, Voch.
Absolutely.
His combine is what. Listen, go watch Justin Jefferson's combine, everybody.
Sure.
Like I know there's some people right now who is like, oh, I wouldn't draft a receiver early. Why?
Why not?
Why? You really woken me up to that logic, Voch, and it's like, you know what? If we want to make our offense not good but great, but outstanding, listen. You have to be ready. And I see Joe Rod in the comments. Shout out to Joe Rodriguez, Cowboys blog, one of my favorite people in the world.
Yes, sir.
Be ready for a curveball. That's the way the draft goes. Every year it's like, oh, we're about to draft Rashaan Evans. Oh, Leighton Vander Esch. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
Be ready for something that you cannot comprehend.
One more piece of logic, then we're gonna get on to this second pick. Cowboys, don't let wide receiver be the one spot that you go light on just for the hell of going light on it. You know what I mean? Like if we have a D line with a really good left right defensive end and a really good one tech, you're gonna say, well, cool, we need a 3 tech now, right? Or if your tackles, your right guard and center was good, you're going to need a left guard now. So we play with 3 receivers. Sometimes we even play with 4. And that's the only spot that we haven't really addressed in this offseason. Of course, this whole class is full of receivers, but if you can get one, if you can get a top tier one in the first round, stop trying to half step on your receivers. Because I tell you what you got to be able to do is you got to be able to trust your second, third, fourth, and fifth round picks. Y'all saying, what about safety? What about D line? What about O line? I can find you fantastic players all through this draft. Watch me do it. I'm about to do it right now. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, so the end of the day, Voch,
yes, sir.
What you just said makes a lot of sense. And I'm going to say something about these receivers.
Sure.
Everybody using this word value. It's a deep class.
Mm-hmm.
When you really get down
Sure.
and watch, when you get down to the nitty gritty, because we've had so much time, everybody should have had enough time to really watch, right, Voch?
Yes, sir.
And to really get in the film the way that me, you, and others get in the film.
Mm-hmm.
All of these guys look great in college. All of these guys aren't going to pan in the league.
Sure.
All of these guys aren't going to pan in the league, Voch.
Sure.
And so when you start talking about, I was watching Brandon Ayuk,
Mm-hmm.
okay?
Yeah.
I like Brandon Ayuk. I don't know if the route running is going to be there day one to be a huge difference maker in an offense.
Right. He needs to grow a little bit.
You see what I'm saying? I'll give you another one. Everybody loves Denzel Mims. If you don't have a quarterback who knows how to see, this is why I would draft a Justin Jefferson or a Van Jefferson for this team.
Right.
Dak needs a good route runner, somebody who's going to be where they're supposed to be on time. You get what I'm saying, Voch?
Yep.
When it comes to Mims is a guy you have to throw open. When it comes to some of these other guys, Voch, they're guys that you have to if they're not wide open, it may not make sense. That's why route running, people throw around that word route running. Sure. That's why it makes so much sense to be a good route runner. That's why Amari Cooper works in this Dallas offense.
Plus, you don't want to lose out on Trace. I saw a lot of people in the chat box saying, "Don't get Jefferson, get Van later." You know what I mean? Well, Van is fantastic. He's great, but he doesn't have the speed that Justin has, and he doesn't have
the breakaway ability.
Right.
Totally.
He doesn't have the size. He doesn't have the speed, the pedigree, the numbers. Sure, you get a similar route runner. You get a guy that can play slot, but my logic, I always go back to this. Why would you pass up on DeAndre Hopkins to get Cordero Patterson? Cordero Patterson can play. Sure, Cordero Patterson can start for you, but give me that top tier guy. Footz, let's look at the at some of these second round picks we got up here.
So Justin Jefferson is our one, correct?
Justin Jefferson is our first round pick, absolutely. Now we're here. We got Trevon Diggs on the board. You can fix corner. If y'all want to fix left guard, Lucas Niang from TCU, I really like him. If you want to fix your box safety, Kyle Duggar is there. Free safety, Ashton Davis is there. Willie Gay for linebacker if you want him to go play Will.
That's the one.
Then if you want
his tape is crazy.
Absolutely.
God.
Then if you want a Sam linebacker, Malik Harrison from Ohio State is also fantastic. So chat box, what y'all wanna work on? Footz, what you want to do here?
Voch, I picked a receiver. So I've told myself that you're gonna go two offensive players. The rest you're going to storm defense. We're going defense here. For me, it's between Trayvon and Duggar.
Sure.
I like Ashton Davis. He's just a little light to me.
Sure.
I think that Duggar has a higher ceiling.
Sure.
Or, God, I like Diggs, but God, he's so up and down, Voch. So you sell me on one of the two. Chat box, y'all sell me. I like Diggs. But I only like him in press. I don't like him off or in zone. But here's the thing about Diggs. I think Diggs is the one player who can still get better.
Sure. Yes.
I think Diggs is a one corner. Some of these guys, Fulton, Clemson corner, Terrell. I think they kind of are who they are. I think Diggs can get better. So for me, it's between those two. Duggar, Diggs. And like me and Joe always say this, have these guys played at a high level, Voch? That's what we got to find out.
Out of the list of guys that I named you, only 2 of them are on my top 50 board. And if anything, let's be true to best player we could possibly get, right? That's Niang from TCU, the guard, left or right guard, and that'll be Trevon Diggs. Diggs is higher than Yang on my list. So when we look at Diggs, I can give you a gang of optimism about him. First of all, he ain't got to come in and be the man day one. You got Jordan, you got Cheeto, you got Anthony. So you can live at corner. And if Diggs is a guy that's going to be ready for you next year, cool. But what I do like about Diggs can play today. He won't be perfect for you. But Diggs can play today because he's super athletic. He's long. He's tall. He can run. He plays the football. He's a physical, angry dude that'll look back and play the football. Now, I know Cowboy fans are excited saying, "Oh, Voch, he can play the football. That's good, right?" Sure, he can play the football, but he'll also gamble and miss. And that's just something that you got to deal with. He will bat down more passes, but he will miss. So out of everybody that's on this board right now, considering what we need, things like that, I think Diggs is the pick here. Trevon Diggs.
You get Diggs and Justin Jefferson. I think Cowboys fans will be very excited. You got 2 starters instantly. And I think another Justin Jefferson point, Amari Cooper lays down and goes out. Justin can play on the outside.
Absolutely.
So let's go Trayvon Diggs. Stephon Diggs' little brother.
Sure.
The speed, the quickness, you like it. He still has to learn. But, okay, Dallas coaching staff put him in a position to be successful. I like Diggs, Voch. I like that pick a lot.
There we go. So I tell you what, if you get Justin Jefferson in the first round and Trevon Diggs in the second, I ain't even got to watch the rest of the draft. I ain't got to look no more because we that's damn good. That's damn good work there, Footz. Let's get into the draft log to see who the hell has been going here. So Jordan Brooks, I really like him. Pittman, Willie Gay going. Never mind. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna say let's wait around to see Willie Gay from Mississippi State. Let's kind of wait around and see if he was gonna be on the board, but he ain't on the board, so he's up out of there. So we gonna cross these guys out. We still got like linebacker needs. We can still do D-line stuff. I know people are panicking because it's the third round. We haven't looked at D-line yet. I just implore y'all to watch a little bit of film and trust yourself. There's plenty guys here. It's plenty guys we can pick from. Let's get into it.
It's a sneaky deep draft D-line wise.
Sneaky.
I see some guys already. Ooh.
Plenty guys. We'll get into it. I'm not a Darnay Holmes fan. I'm gonna go ahead and get him up out of here, man. I'm not going.
Nah, Holmes is out. He's out the paint. We got our corner.
Okay, cool. We're gonna get him up out the paint. So the first name I like, y'all want to talk about D-line. Jordan Elliott is sitting right there. He can come in and play a little bit of one tech for you. He's a player that's on my top 50 board. If y'all wanna have a little conversation about him. So he's up there. You could address offensive line, but those guys are scrubs. I think we out of that market at this point in the draft. Troy Dye at linebacker from Oregon. I like him. I'm gonna write him down just in case y'all want to look that direction. Byron Edwards at receiver, but we got our receiver early. Cool. If you want a rotational offensive lineman, Damian Lewis from LSU, Senior Bowl guy, fantastic. Rashard Lawrence, another LSU guy, played 3-tech, super strong. If you want to go get some 3-tech action with Rashard Lawrence from LSU, he can play for you. Ooh, Footz. Damn.
I know.
You know what?
I like him, Meek.
You know what, Footz? I ain't no bitch. I'll double up at corner now. I'll double up at corner. I was just
about to say that.
I'll double up at corner right now.
I was about to say, man, I love Brian Edwards from South Carolina. I'm not gonna draft him, but I remember on a previous show we talked about, how physical of a player he is.
Sure.
Really reminds me of Anquan Bolden, but we're not gonna draft him. Now, you can sell me on doubling up on corner because this Amik Robertson, he's turned into some. I feel you on Darnay Holmes because he's more of an inside slot corner.
Sure.
We need guys that can play both, so I'm good on him. Now, I think you're gonna have to have two conversations. If Jordan Elliott is sitting there in the third round, it's gonna be hard not to draft him. I know Joe's been high on him early on in the process.
Yeah.
I liked him. I just didn't like him in the second. I liked him in that tweener, in that back second, early third.
Absolutely.
If he's sitting there,
absolutely,
it would be hard not to take him. Now you have coverage.
Yeah.
With what you've done in free agency.
Yeah.
Voch.
Mm-hmm.
But then you have a young pup and Tristan and an Elliott coming up the rear. Jordan Elliott would be hard not to take. That's me. Amik Robertson is a dog, guys. Yeah. But if you think about that D-line help and these guys, as they start getting to the fourth and the fifth, they're just not the same caliber of player.
Yeah.
It would be hard to draft away from him, but for me, I'm going to go Elliott. Talk to me, Voch. What do you think?
So I just pulled up the receiver list, and it's kind of thin right now. Like, it's some guys that can play, but it's kind of thin right now. I know a lot of people saying he's too small. Let me tell you something about Amik Robinson. First of all, he got arms. So he is small, but he got arms, and his ass play physical like outside corner. I tell you what, Voch got you. I did the research. Hove did that, so hopefully y'all ain't got to go through that. You worried about his size? Go watch his game versus Texas versus big-ass Colin Johnson. How big is Colin Johnson for us? Like what, 6'4"?
I think Colin like 6'3", 6'4".
6'3", 6'4". Little ass Amik Robertson smoked big, tall, 6'4" Colin Johnson. If y'all got problems with his size, if you got an issue by him being little bitty, go watch him play tall receivers and watch him smoke them. If that'll make you feel better. That's a tall pro caliber talent. Now, like you were saying, sir, this is my thing. We're running out of cornerbacks. That's clear. I'm looking right at it. It looks bad. I'm looking at interior defensive line. I got a gang of defensive linemen that I feel pretty good about. I'm not saying anything right now. We're just having a conversation. We could possibly go back to it. I'm looking at edge guys. I see a gang of edge guys that I feel relatively, positively, kind of, sort of good about. So let's talk about this.
Decent about.
So let's talk about this, Footz. We got Jordan Lewis, Cheeto, and Anthony Brown. We know for sure one of them going to be there next year. We know for sure Anthony Brown's going to be there. Jordan and Cheeto, we don't know. I don't see nothing wrong with doubling up at cornerback right here. I know Jordan Elliott, you can't beat that value. And I don't even want to put it in y'all head to be, jump around the board like that, cuz that ain't how you draft. I was on the same page with you. I wasn't in on that Jordan Elliott hype when it first came out. That first, he's a late first round pick, Jordan Elliott kind of hype. But as of late, he's looking like a second round guy. So if you can get Jordan Elliott in the third, that's value that you can't beat. He's a dude that can play one tech for you today. And Amik Robinson is more so of a value pick that he's a pet cat player that I really want on my team really, really bad, because I like him and I like his tape. But we gotta get the emotion out of it. I think Jordan Elliott is the right pick here.
I think Jordan Elliott is the pick, Voch, just because I think if you want, I think there'll be a guy. So you got your outside guy for the future.
Absolutely.
In Diggs.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Absolutely.
Scratch the safety. Nobody wants a safety more than me, but the cornerback position is more important, especially if Diggs can hit his ceiling. You just got a certified dog. That being said, D tackle, we don't know how good Poe's gonna play. Elliott might come in and outplay him. Let's draft Jordan Elliott. That's my pick. That's your pick as well. It's sounding like.
Yeah, that's my guy. And hey man, we're gonna have to figure this out because Antoine Woods ain't guaranteed to come back next year. So we gotta have these real life conversations. Dontari Poe is older, so you need a guy that you would want to develop. You know what I mean? And you get Jordan Elliott, put him in your system, and just kind of let him fly around for a little bit.
Totally.
Hey man, this sucks because I really wanted Amik Robinson because I really like the kid. But hey, Footz, watch this. This is how dope draft is. Let's hope he's there in the next round.
I was just about to say, and listen, guys, you never grade your draft on your first three picks. You want to grade your draft on the back half of the draft. That's what made 2016 so special. You want to get guys who are sneaky when these injuries pop up in training camp, when these injuries pop up early in the year. And these guys can sneak in, Vacho, and play and give you solid reps. I feel good about this draft right now, Voch, especially if one of these players is available in this next round.
Sure. Robinson went to the Vikings, so everybody just cry yourself a river. But I tell you what, in real life, in the real draft, you're gonna have to cry a lot of rivers, man, because it's a lot of players you like. It's going to be a lot of players you like. You know what I'm saying? But you only got 7 picks. So
you only got 7 picks.
That's it. So let's see. Let's get back into the available players, man. Let's see what we got. We back on the board here. We have receiver Justin Jefferson, corner Trevon Diggs, and we have one tech defensive lineman, DT Jordan Elliott, which, to be fair, dog, like, you can pick whoever the hell y'all want to pick with the next few picks. Like you've hit. Like, these are some fantastic picks here. Now, receiver, cornerback, DB's off the board. We ain't looking at running back. Devin Asiasi is a good player. I'll write him down if y'all want to have a tight end talk. Maybe I ain't trying to have that talk necessarily.
I'm not talking to the fifth with tight ends.
I agree.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna go ahead and write him down just to see. Darrington Evans he's really fast, but we're not looking for him. Kenny Willekes is an edge guy you could possibly look at. We're gonna put down Willekes.
I like Willekes a lot. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Mm-hmm.
If you go down a little bit,
yep.
Is it overkill? Yeah, it's overkill doubling up on receiver.
Sure,
just looking at Duvernay.
Shit, no, it ain't overkill. It's never overkill because you need people. You need guys. You know, Gallup is only guaranteed 2 years, and Cooper's contract is 5, but he's only guaranteed 3. So it's never overkill. It's never. I'm just a fan of taking the best guys. Guys. You know what I mean?
Write down Duvernay, Voch, and then
Duvernay.
write down Anthony Jennings as well.
I'm not writing down Anthony Jennings. Not on my paper. I'm not putting Anthony Jennings on my paper.
Okay. I'll give you him. I will give you. Okay, go down, Voch. I got one. I see one.
Can I interest you in a player that can play 3 tech and
Oh, you talking about Nick Coe?
I'm talking about Jason Strowbridge.
Okay, let's talk about him. I like Strowbridge a lot.
Let's talk about Strowbridge. He can come in and play 3 tech for you, which is a different defensive lineman than Jordan Elliott. He can come in and play 3 tech, and he can also give you some left defensive end work to come in and compete with Joe Jackson and Dorrance Armstrong and all that. So we're gonna write down Strowbridge. We're gonna see. We're just gonna keep looking. Prochet will probably be there later. I think we're out on safety at this point. It is what it is.
I was looking for a couple safeties. I like J.R. Reed, but not in the fourth. I like Tanner Muse, but not in the fourth as well.
You can get Muse later. You can get Brooks later. Blackman should be there later. Jordan Fuller can be there. It's a lot of guys you can get later.
And you know what? Hey,
yeah,
guys, this is how the draft goes. I'll be honest. I do like Lynn Bowden, but I have him in Tony Pollard, and he's gonna get you more. He's gonna do a lot more. Sure. So let's hold, guys. I love Lynn Bowden. He's a highlight. His highlight reel is amazing. Mm-hmm. I get all of that, but you have him in Tony Pollard, so don't get greedy with bringing in the same player because I don't know how he's gonna play. Strowbridge, Voch is right. Right now, I'm leaning Strowbridge. I was looking for one of my safeties, but they're all off the board. I wanted the Clemson safety to still be around, but he got drafted. Only other person I was looking for, Voch, I want you to go to the linebackers if you can for a second. Because I'll be honest, I don't know what's going on with Leighton Vander Esch. Me and Joe have talked about this. I don't know what's going on with Leighton Vander Esch. Voch, do you?
Nope.
I have no idea. Can somebody help me?
I have no
idea. I don't know.
This is my guy right here, though. Davion Taylor from Colorado. That's my guy. If we were to get a linebacker at this point, I think not in this round, but maybe in the next round, I think Davion Taylor's a guy that can play linebacker for you.
My two are still there. Love Quarterman. Okay. Asking him to do certain things. I don't want him covering anybody.
Sure. I
want him playing downhill.
Right.
Love Evan Weaver. Right. Just as I love Evan Weaver as a poor man's Leighton Vander Esch.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's come back there.
Quarterman.
Let's come back
Love Weaver.
Since we got a lot of linebackers that we can go right here, let's just kind of come back to it because I think one of those guys will be there in the next round.
Let's go Strowbridge.
We just got to roll our dice a little bit. Strowbridge.
So we just doubled up on D lineman. I love it, Voch.
Yep.
Got gritty. That's something that's hurt this team for a while. I'm not mad at it at all.
So that's left defensive end / 3 tech. Jason Strowbridge. This draft, boy, they gonna have to pay me, dog. They gonna have to, you know what I'm talking about? They gonna have to pay me, player. Where you at though? I lost him. Where you at? Jason Strowbridge. Was he?
Where they at though?
There you go. Jason Strowbridge. We're gonna draft Jason Strowbridge. Oh man.
You know what? And you know what? Pull up then. You are absolutely right. Doubling up on D lineman. I remember when Carolina did it when they drafted Star Latulele and who was the other interior draft D lineman that they drafted? Kawan Short. Yeah. And they went on to win a Super Bowl, I think, a year after. And it was because of those two. They played really good, allowed Luke Kuechly and Mike Davis to make plays. So you're right. Doubling up on D tackle, D lineman, anybody who can play on that line is huge. If nothing else, they can come in and learn from the pieces that we got in free agency. It makes a lot of sense.
I see a lot of people saying Tristan Hill is getting pushed off a bridge. I don't agree. I don't think
it's year 2, guys. Relax.
I don't think he comes in to compete with Tristan Hill. I think he would come in and compete with Joe Jackson and Dorrance Armstrong. I think those are the guys that he comes in to compete against.
Yeah, and everybody, listen, we haven't won safety, so guess what? All Donovan Mitchell fans, he gets his opportunity. Okay?
There you go.
Not Donovan Mitchell, Donovan Wilson. Donovan Mitchell, basketball, COVID. I'm ready for this to be over, Voch.
Right. Oh man, football better not be in jeopardy. You know what I mean?
It ain't. We now speaking that into existence. Let's go.
Now, Footz, we waited on Duvernay. Duvernay just kind of still sitting right there. He's on the board right there now. You know.
Yeah.
So Footz, he's just sitting right there. You know,
Well, here's the deal.
let's talk about it.
Everybody loves these camp body, John Van Johnson, Devin Smith, the whole nine. So I think we're good at receiver, Voch. We gotta talk about this linebacker situation, Voch. Sure. I'm telling you guys, I'm very scared with Leighton Vander Esch. When you start talking neck, I don't wish it on him, but I'm also a realist. I don't know what's going on with this linebacker situation.
Let's see. They cleaned out linebacker. Boy, just that fast. Michael Divinity is solid.
Divinity can play.
He's solid. TJ Brunson is solid. But to be fair though, watch this. If we're in a situation with Vander Esch, we're not looking for one of these guys to do anything, because like Gifford would come in and do something, or Joe Thomas would come in and do something. Justin Marsh would come in and do something. These guys that we drafting at this point in the draft, these are like punt team guys.
Special team guys, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
okay, what we got at safety. Let's talk about safety.
Boy, we did get cleaned out though. Boy, they got us.
They cleaned it. That's why I was scared. Okay.
Turn the music.
I want to talk about Shaheem Carter for a second.
Okay. Let's do it.
I like him.
Sure.
So it would be between Antoine Brooks and Shaheem.
Okay.
They don't play on the roof, obviously.
Right.
But they are going to come downhill and hit you. I actually like Brooks. And you could even talk about Tanner Muse a little bit. But talking about draftable guys, it would be between Shaheem Carter and Brooks. Just for if nothing else, you're bringing in physical players. Yep. How do you feel about that, Voch?
In real life, once again, I will say again, any guy that we take from this safety list, they're going to be guys that's going to play kickoff, because I really got a good feeling about Donovan Wilson this year. I really feel good about Donovan Wilson. Now, we still need to draft guys, so don't get me wrong. Like we still need to pick guys regardless of who we have on the team, but we do need to take a look at Donovan Wilson. I was told to look at cornerback. Like I said, we can still possibly double up at corner. So let's see. So Javelin Guidry with his fast ass 40. Dane Jackson is there. Lamar
Jackson's a player who could play.
Senior Bowl guy. AJ Green's another Senior Bowl guy. Levert Hill, interesting. And I'm out on all them. What you think about the corners left over, Footz?
Only one would be Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson. And I would rather go my Maryland safety, either him or Shaheem Carter over these guys. That's just me, because I'm out on it. The rest of these guys are PFIs, priority free agents, PFA, excuse me.
Yo, so you ain't got to talk to him like that just because your Maryland bias, man, because your DC. But in real life, though, Footz, the best players on the board are all receivers. Ain't that interesting?
That's what I was about to say.
The best player, because
do we say, you know what? We gonna be greedy and we gonna grab Colin Johnson just because he's a third-round talent and he's sitting there in the fifth? Does Amari Cooper get hurt next year? I don't know.
Can I interest you?
He can play, man.
Can I interest you in some offensive line competition?
Okay. Oh no, go back. I got it. Are we sold on these tight ends? Because I would draft if Harrison Bryant's there in the fifth. I'm drafting him.
That's interesting, right? That's interesting. That's interesting.
Because Harrison Bryant is a damn good football player.
Sure. In the fifth round, we had pick 164 and Harrison Bryant sitting on the board. You want to go tight end? Why not?
Let's have chat box. We going tight end? Are we going receiver from Texas?
Chat box want to draft quarterback to get Dak up out here, so I ain't finna.
Yeah. Chat box might. Let's go, Bryant. Thank you. Somebody talked to us early, Voch. They just told us Bryant. We're going Harrison Bryant. Hopefully, because you know what? He had a second round grade early. The combine hurt him. But if you turn on the film, you still see everything that you want out of your tight end. I see him doing more physical things than the tight ends we have on this field. On this team.
Can I interest you in a left guard that I feel really good about?
You can interest me in any offensive lineman. Yes, Fox.
Solomon McKinley from Georgia is a really good player.
Is he?
He's a really
I
good
haven't
player.
watched him.
What I like about him is that he's a big, heavy, husky guy that can move really well to be a big, heavy, husky guy. Get some good push. He leans a little bit, but what offensive line doesn't at some point, and we're drafting in the 5th round. I think Solomon McKinley is some really good value right here. What you thinking?
Go guard, Voch.
Let's get Solomon McKinley. Because in real life, though, Footz, in real life, we just moved our backup left guard playing to our first string center guy. You know what I mean? So
Absolutely.
I don't think offensive line is totally out of the cards here. And I know that this draft board got Kinley like way down here, but I got faith in Kinley. Trust Voch. Everybody trust Voch. Chat box. If you trust Voch, say I trust Voch. Let's get off. Let's get offensive line. And let's move on with our life. Man, and let's see. Receivers start to fly off the board. Duvernay went to Kansas City, which is ridiculous. I ain't gonna say nothing though. And the Cowboys got another pick right there. Oh, wait a minute. We still get Harrison Bryant. Wait, can we still get Harrison Bryant? Let me go to tight end.
Man, let me say this real quick about Harrison Bryant. What I mean.
No, you go.
Because somebody saying I shouldn't have looked at the chat box and I did. That's rule number 1. Don't look at the chat box, Footz. But I like our fans and our supporters.
Right.
Voch, I do, because they know football. But let's talk football for a second.
Sure.
When I say Jarwin isn't physical,
sure.
No, there's not really a tight end in this draft that's a punishing blocker.
Question though.
Those guys, talk to me.
Question though, Footz, is Blake Bell that guy for you now?
Yes, he's a good blocker.
That's what
he's good point of attack guy, all of that.
That's what I think.
But I just think that a guy like Harrison Bryant is kind of just a better football. So I like Jarwin. He's just kind of a one-trick pony catch. Not physical at the point. There's times where I've seen the ball jarred loose, things like that. I just think that Bryant's and I could be wrong. I just think that Bryant's makeup, he's just more of a physical football player.
Sure.
The only thing that hurt him was his 40 time, which tight end isn't a stopwatch position.
Right.
Jason Witten probably won a 5 flat. So I can live with a guy who's going to be where he's supposed to be, he will give you something as a blocker. Sure. Okay. He will give you something as a blocker. Let's go Bryant right there. Let's go Bryant.
Yeah, he ain't on the board no more. He went to.
He went to. I just said all that to say.
Went to what's the name? He went to. He went somewhere. Somebody in the chat box says Moss is a good blocker. I'm guessing you talking about Thaddeus. No, he not. Let's see. Yeah, Harrison Bryant went to Buffalo right after we picked. So it was bound to happen. He was bound to come off the board. Hey man, you live and learn. You live. All right, so we run out of picks though, Footz. We got this one, and we got I guess 2 more, I think. What's the vibes here, my guy? We filling up special teams. Lamar Jackson at corner is available. If you want to go back to receiver, we got plenty guys there. We got Prochet that could probably be a possible return guy for you. That's something that we could possibly consider. Running back is there. J.R. Reed at safety if you Brevion Roy, the interior D lineman from Baylor, he's probably going to be a one tech for us, something like that. If y'all want to double dip at that'll be triple dipping at tackle or whatever. But he's there. Tanner Muse is there. We had that conversation. Juwan Jennings is probably one of my favorite receivers, not the best, but one of my favorite receivers in this draft. If you go watch his Missouri film,
a lot. I've seen this tape. He's really good.
Nobody tackled him. Nobody wanted to tackle him, Footz. So
yeah, after the catch is really good.
So I tell you what, Juwan Jennings, if he there in the 6th round, it ain't nothing Footz can tell me I'm override. I'm gonna go ahead and draft him. We're not gonna take him this time. But Footz's guy Tanner Muse is there. We have been kind of neglecting safety a little bit. So
I don't want to. I know you guys love Prochet. I just think I have that in John Vea.
Sure.
It's all well and good.
And John Vea's faster than him. John Vea's faster than him. Yep.
Yeah, I got my one in Jefferson and my guy who's really gonna play when the lights are on.
Sure.
Let's go Tanner Muse here. Let's go Tanner.
Tanner Muse, good 40.
Played on a big scene. Physical player, smart player, Clemson pedigree. Let's take a flyer on Tanner Muse at safety.
Sure. And chat box telling me we don't have a 6th. I guess whenever Juwan Jennings, whenever the pick come back to us, if Juwan Jennings on
We got it. I mean, but that 5th is better than the 6th, so that's fine.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't mind it. If I don't end up getting Juwan, fine or whatever, because I feel so good about what we did early in this draft. Just to recap real quick, we got
let me get that recap box from my notes as well.
Justin Jefferson at receiver, Trevon Diggs at corner, Jordan Elliott at one tech defensive tackle, Jason Strobridge a 3-tech / edge guy, and we got Solomon Kinley a left guard for us.
Can somebody in the chat box type that out for me, please?
Then we got
type out our draft for us, please.
And then
this is me and Voch literally just going off the cuff, freestyling. We're very familiar with these players, and the work that we've done. So I would be very happy with this draft, Voch. I mean, like doing backflips if this happened.
Sure.
Yeah, if this actually happened.
I would have liked CeeDee Lamb at 17. but
I think that you got a good player in man.
Footz, you talked me back onto the ledge. Because in real life, I was gonna take Epinesa and move on my life. In real life. I was gonna take him and try to get like T. Higgins or something in the second. But I think people sleeping on Justin Jefferson, and I don't know why. I mean, they're probably saying it because like, oh, Joe Burrow carried them. Well, most of these guys had good offenses that they,
I'm telling you, what does that mean?
Right. So you still, oh my God, Juwan Jennings got picked one pick before.
He's stupid.
Hey,
you crazy.
What I say earlier, we got to take L's. We got to take L's, man. We have got to take L's. Damn. I'm about to cry a river after this, dog. I don't even want to draft no more. Footz, you just want to draft a guy that's kind of gonna clean up. That's probably gonna be a gunner for you, something like that.
Yeah, linebacker, safety type, somebody who could. Yeah,
man, let me just.
This is your special teams round. Hell, kicker.
Let me get out of receiver so I can see who the overall best player is on the board here. Let's see.
Yeah, let's go.
That ain't true. That ain't true.
No.
That Darius Anderson is a Senior Bowl guy. He's a running back. I like him. I don't know. Michael Divinity's on the board?
I was just about to say Divinity is the one. I've watched this film. He's not a bad player. Played on a good defense at LSU. He'd probably be the one I draft.
The only reason Queen started this year because Divinity. I can't talk. Divinity got hurt. Let's say Divinity. Cool. There's your linebacker. Footz. Hey, Footz, we won. Hey, look, we win. There you go.
Yeah, that's a hell of a draft, man.
Oh my!
Let me see these picks, Vacho. Let's talk about this.
Yeah, when it's done,
let's grade this draft real quick, man.
When it's done, it's gonna show us the finished product or whatever. But man, I tell you what, I think we deserve a raise or something, brother Footz. I think we definitely GM this thing. That's for doggone sure. I just think drove so slow. I must have picked normal speed and didn't pick fast speed. Yeah. So yeah, we just gonna let it run out. Chat box, tell us what you think. Dre the Gray says B+ draft. You just being a hater. We smoked this, Jay. Come on, son. We smoked it. Also, chat box, tell us what you would have done differently. I think that's another interesting angle. Fush, you wanna?
Well, a couple things. Let's talk about Justin Jefferson for a second.
Sure. Let's talk about it.
I don't think a lot of people. So for me, Voch, I don't think a lot of people are really watching Justin Jefferson.
Sure.
And watching him and how he makes plays within the flow of a game.
There you go, Footz.
And just how thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
And just how gritty of a player he is.
Right.
And to say that Joe Burrow made him. How about the offense made Joe Burrow? You guys got to remember, Joe Burrow was at Ohio State.
Sure.
Wasn't going to play. He played at LSU last year. So it was all about how these guys and his talent was being used in coaching. So it just goes to show you how important coaching is. Let's not, sit around and act like, Justin Jefferson can't play. Is he Jamar Chase? No. But Jamar Chase is also Julio Jones. Sure. So, but is he a damn good player to league? I've called him Steve Smith, a poor man Steve Smith. I've called Van Jefferson, Keenan Allen. I've called Justin Jefferson, Steve Smith. I just think his grittiness. You got to look between the lines when it comes to these guys. You can't always look height, speed, weight. You got to look at the little things. Voch does a great job of pointing out the little things that these guys do well. If you go to my channel, I just talked about, Van Jefferson has this slide shuffle release that he was able to chew up Derek Stingley with. I mean, it's amazing. Sure. When you look at Jefferson, he's just a gritty, feisty, he's going to go win, he's going to do whatever it takes type receiver. And he crossed off the board. I mean, he checked off the speed box. Like the biggest question for him, Voch, if he didn't run that 4.4 at the draft, I mean, the combine, he's a second round receiver, easy.
It's interesting though, because he's fast on film. So I don't even know why that was the case. He's fast on film.
People ask that question with him though, and it kills me.
He
can run.
He got great size. He's a great route runner. Pull up then. Said, I'm not picking the 5th best receiver at 17. Who says he's the 5th?
I hate that.
Who says he's my wide receiver number 2? I'll debate him being no further down than 3. Like take him versus Ruggs. Besides 4.28, what does Ruggs do better than Jefferson?
Nothing
in real life. In real life, come on, son. Like I understand y'all listen to your media people, to your big name network guys or whatever, but listen to Voch. Listen to Voch. Mike Larry says they feel like he's just a slot guy. Well, y'all watch some film. Justin Jefferson did work on the outside as well. Take a look at his touchdowns versus Oklahoma. Take a look at any game. Justin Jefferson did not have a bad game at all, at no point, anywhere.
At no point, bro. And that's where it kind of bothers me. That's where it kind of bothers me that, people, get into that just if it's not their guy, they're not being open. Because, I mean, CD's your guy, but you were able to be open. And that's what – don't latch on to these players, guys. I want to draft Grant Delpit, but I'm not throwing a temper tantrum that we can't. So just keep that in mind. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind.
There's a lot of people hating in the chat box, but hey, this is my show. Hey, Mr. Voch and Footz show. They're gonna have to be all right, man. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have to be all right.
That's a hell of a draft to me.
You want to do one more and move a little quicker, or you want to wrap up? What you want to do?
Let's wrap, Voch.
Okay.
I don't know if you're gonna stay on, but I think that's solid to me.
Sure.
Yeah, that's solid to me, Vacho.
Cool. I just want to let everybody know I'm dropping my big board at some point, like this weekend, maybe like Saturday. And hey, Justin Jefferson is my number 2 receiver, and I'll be explaining why. I'm not just going to be network people to just tell you and just want you to believe. I'm going to give you a game context and proof, and different clues and films you can go watch on your own to kind of help you through your thought process or whatever. But Footz the OG, so when we hang up, I'm gonna send him over my big board and all that. So
hey, I can't wait.
That's just how this works. Footz, plug your stuff and all that so we can wrap up.
Footz the King on Twitter, IG, and then it's Cowboys Nation TV. Y'all shoot me a follow, man. Thank you for all the love and support.
Cool. So I'm about to wrap up the show now, but I'm coming back on at 6. That's gonna be a universal draft show for all the teams or whatever. So we're gonna talk about my offensive line rank because I dropped my top 12 offensive linemen today. Also, I checked my Instagram because my hotline blinged, and like a lot of kids follow me or whatever, like they'll be going through their high school process, whatever, like, yo, Voch, I watch your videos, I've learned whatever. So there's an offensive lineman, Ladarius Henderson, I believe. He plays left tackle for Arizona State, and he started last year as a true freshman, and he got a chance to play against Bradley and Knight and Kenny Willikers. So he's going to call in at 6 p.m. Central, and I got some questions for him, so that should be a fun show. Besides that, y'all hold it down for the Doski Woski. The Peasky Whiskey is free. It don't cost you nothing. Till next time, this Voch and Brother Footz. We're going to come back after the draft and break down all the happenings. Peace, y'all.
Peace.